Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumedh Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today I want to speak about stress because I notice a lot of people are stressed out. Have you guys felt this as well? There's a weird energy happening and a lot of people feel like they're stressed. So what exactly is stress? There's physical stress, there's emotional stress, there's mental stress. But it really comes down to a couple of things. This feeling of adrenaline and cortisol, you can relate it to the neurochemistry, that's fine. But if you understand the way your mind works, it'll really help you at this time. I know it seems like there's a lot of hidden things coming up, a lot of weird things happening in culture right now. And the fact is your brain doesn't care about you succeeding. It doesn't. Your brain only cares about you surviving. You're scared, and you can decide at that point whether you want to use the stress or you don't want to use the stress, right? Because if you push the stress away and you're like, bad stress, you stay over there and I'm going to stay over here. And every time I feel you, be a part of me again, I'm going to push you away. You are not a part of my body, you're not a part of my life, I reject you, stay over there, you're not mine, go away. And if we treat it like this bad pest or this pet that we have disowned as a part of ourselves, we can never really truly understand and lean into that resistance and that fear. Because have you noticed this? Any great moment in your life, any breakthrough, breakdowns lead to breakthroughs. Anytime you've been depressed and you've come out of that dark night of the soul, or you've gone through a spiritual awakening and you notice that you've gone down to the depths of hell and crawled back up to make it out of there, that's the pendulum swing effect. Now that you've come out of that struggle, your greatest battle is now your greatest gift. Your mess is now your message, because you have gone through the hero's journey and you've come out of the other side with the elixir of life. And now you can share it with others. You can tell other people who are down in that dark place that, hey, it's gonna be fine. Keep pushing through, keep showing up, be patient. This doesn't happen overnight. And once you begin to shock your nervous system awake, you will slowly start to step out of this comfort zone into the stretch zone. And when you never really step out of the comfort zone and that's it, it's a process. It's a dynamic process. So once you are in the stretch zone, guess what? Your comfort zone never really breaks. It just expands. Now this is my comfort zone. I can still stay back here. It's not going to shrink. Comfort zone is still here. But now let's say I shock my system even more with added novelty, and I do something really unpredictable and spontaneous. Got a little bit bigger. Now I do something else and I use the stress effectively instead of pushing it away. You're consciously working with the pain and not against it. You are using the adversity as the way forward. The obstacle is the way. It's not going to go away. The stress and the fear is not going to go away. We'll just become stronger over time so that you can face it head on. There's two different types of stress that I would want you to understand in this video, okay? And this is going to blow your mind. DeStress is this idea of I should be doing this thing, but I'm not doing it. I should be going to the gym, but I'm not going to the gym. I should be eating healthy, but I'm not eating healthy. I should be getting into flow state and living a life of gratitude and an awesome friend circle, but I'm not doing it. I know I should be, I could be doing these things, but I'm not doing it. This creates a split. This creates a fragmentation. This creates a pushing away. When we know we've got to do things, leave it till the last minute, we push it away, we procrastinate, and we don't do it. This causes de-stress. It's a negative form of stress. We're creating much more tension, right? You can only pull an elastic band long enough until it snaps. So de-stress is when it snaps. You go, no more. This is annoying. I've tried every single diet, but it hasn't worked for me. That's when you've snapped the elastic band. You've given yourself too much de-stress, distress. Now, the opposite of that, and a much more healthy version of stress, is eustress. It's that euphoric stress. Now, what eustress is this energized but fearful feeling. But it's like that feeling of, I feel alive, I did that. I accomplished that thing and I feel good because I accomplished it. And yeah, it was scary. Yeah, it was like terrifying that I did it, but I still did it and I handled it and I got along my way. And guess what? That's beneficially affecting my self-esteem. And the DeStress is like whenever we say we're going to do something and we don't do it, it's 1% down on our self-esteem. It's like, yeah, I'm a person with no integrity. I'm a person who says they're going to do something, but I don't even follow my words. I just say I'm going to do something, and I just leave it up to chance. And so you feel much more distressed because you know there's a part of you that doesn't want to suppress this feeling, but it gets suppressed over time, and that creates more tension. And that's 1% down, 1% down, 1% down. Every single time you say you're going to do this thing, but you don't do it. However, in the eustress, it's creating a winning streak. You say you're going to do it, and then you do it. And you're not putting it off. Whatever it is that you're putting off, stop putting it off. Whatever it is that you're putting off, stop putting it off. You know, what is it that the kind of life that you want? And I'm serious here, guys. What kind of life do you want? Get really clear on that, and go for it. Realize that you're guided by the universe, God, whatever it is that you believe in, Buddha, and just flow with it. Be kind to yourself and flow with it. You see, we have to start to learn from nature. Do you think a tree is worried as the wind is playing with it? Going this way and that way? It's moving it this way, but it's still staying firm. It might be moving its leaves here and there. It's dancing as the wind is just doing everything it can to move it. The tree is just playing in the air. The rock is just there, and it follows its own momentum. If I have this rock right here, right, and I drop it on the ground, it's not going to bounce. It follows its own momentum. So ask yourself and learn from that nature is not stressed. Nature, everything happens very naturally. That's why it's called nature. It happens naturally. There's no birthing process that you have to push for this thing. There might be an initial push, but that initial push turns into a melting and a surrender and a letting go so that you have much more space and emptiness to do what it will with that emptiness. And it's this feeling, that feeling can be very scary. That feeling of emptiness is I don't know what to do with this. My mind is super present and I need to look forward to something or go back to my past right now. I don't know what to do with this emptiness. Give me something to do. Give me something to do. Please, give me something to do. Guys, please. Instead, if you enjoy being from that state of presence, you'll notice how quickly that stress sheds away. Because stress happens from the opposite of mindfulness, mindlessness. Okay? I'm not talking about the mind of no mind, because that's actually, your mind is full of possibility, because it's empty. Now you want to fill it with actual, proper wisdom, knowledge. It's a blank slate now. Instead of all the different things that you've learned over the years that have been negative to you in a certain way, that haven't been serving you or haven't been helping you out in any way. So I love to deconstruct my own thoughts because I know all I'm scared of is just a thought. All that I'm stressed out about is just a thought. And once I can take power over that thought and really deconstruct it and break it down, what does this thought mean? If I'm trying to protect myself from something, what does this thought mean? If it could work to a certain degree, how would I do it differently? Has it worked in the past? Allow myself to step into my higher self and see it from that paradigm of how I would see this little stress right now. You see, a lot of us forget to take that faith step. They have some idea of it, but it's still external. Too many Christians, not enough Christ. Too many Buddhists, not enough Buddha. Too many Muslims, not enough Muhammad. You see what I'm saying, guys? This has nothing to do with religion, all right? I'm talking about the energy of gratitude, of peace, of wonder, of realizing the ultimate form and the greatness of beingness. And the fact is, we have this free will, and to do with it what we must. I'm the captain of my soul, from Leviticus, right? I'm the master of my fate, I'm the captain of my soul. I'm the master of my fate, I'm the captain of my soul. I get to decide what this stress means to me. And if I'm pushing it away and creating the storyline that this stress is bad, and it's there to harm me, and it's bad to feel the soreness from working out, I don't want to do it anymore. But if you're like, that growth, these are growing pains, baby. These are growing pains, that's right. That stress is good for you, right? That little bit of soreness, breaking down the muscle so you can get a bigger muscle. a stronger self, but constantly we push it away. We have every single excuse known to man. We have every single excuse known to humankind. And we often fall down to our standards, to our systems, to what we believe. We fall back down to the level of our conditioning instead of rising with the feeling of truth, with the knowing of alignment, with the feeling of oneness, of mindfulness, of vitality, ability to explore the magic in the mundane, the exotic in the ordinary, the majestic in the temporary, the fantastic in the minuscule, the brilliance in the daily, the chariot in the chore, the ritual in the routine, the sacred in the moment. And if we start using love language instead of fear language, use psycho-euphoric language, not psychophobic language, we really start to change this entire coding of this matrix. We really do. We really do. We really, really do. And I've seen it for myself. The moment I start bad-mouthing myself and talking bad about myself and doubting myself again, that's still coming from fear. And I'm forgetting the fact that I'm oneness. Oh man, I forgot I'm oneness. Bro, I'm oneness. What's there to be stressed out about? I'm oneness. Like, I'm worried about someone else's opinion about something. Bro, I'm oneness. I am them. I'm them communicating to me. You get what I'm saying? There's no such thing to stress about, guys. It's like, use that stress. And the more greater your tension or stress, it's like a catapult, guys, okay? It's like a freaking slingshot. You feel like you're going 4 steps back, but you're about to be launch padded and flung into a direction where you have no idea what to do, but that's the beauty and the adventure of it, that you have no idea. That's the fun of it. If you knew exactly how things were going to go down, and you designed, imagine you in your past, you designed your reality exactly how you meant it to happen. And you knew exactly what was going to happen. Oh yeah, tomorrow I'm going to win this thing. That's boring. The unpredictability, the spontaneity, the adventure of anything can happen at any time. Guys, let's start to wake up in this dream and start to enjoy it again, and start to take the discipline back and the power back, and the internal world is what will create a beautiful world. And it already is a beautiful world, but it's just, there's a collective suffering going on right now that is believing in another kind of reality. A reality that is one of scarcity, of survival, of fear, of anxiety, of stress, of protection, of me, it's my medicine, it's my thing, I have to protect my family. Notice how many times people are saying I and me in a sentence instead of we. None of us know what is the right answer, what the right path is, but all we can do is use our instincts and look at the facts and create our own justifications to those facts. But if we keep believing in these different concepts that the mainstream ideals are spewing up, cancel culture, shame culture, what is a culture? It's becoming a culture because we as a culture are believing in that thought form that it's a cancel culture. So if we believe it's a cancel culture, guess what? We're going to get canceled more and more. And we're going to dig up people's pasts and shame them. If we believe it's a shame culture, we're going to body shame people and posting about it online. I don't want to speak into that narrative. I'm just making you aware of it. Let's start to bring more positivity back, guys. And I'm being real here. I want to see the people out there, this tribe that we're creating, the Upward Spiral Gang, the momentum of flow wizards, flow catalysts, flow ninjas. You guys are the true trailblazers of the future, and I believe in you. So let's show the world how miraculous it is. Let's show the planet how optimistic we can be. That does not mean not be realistic. Optimistic is an optimal mystic. You are able to see the unseen. You're able to create the visible out of the invisible. You are here, you are now, and you are worthy. You are plenty as you are. I know this video started out about stress, but it started rambled on to something very different. I understand that. But you know, I want to be real in these videos. Whatever comes up, whatever flow state downloads I get, I want to speak it out to you guys. But yeah, I would really appreciate it, guys. I've been posting each day, fine-tuning this channel. If you do subscribe, you really believe this is of help to you, of hearing a different perspective from a flow state coach, please hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Have an amazing day. May the flow be with you, and stay legendary.